This run can't die. What a good game, man. What an easy game. What a good game. What a good game, man. What an easy game.
Psych! That's the wrong number!
What a good game. What a good game.
Psych!
What a good game.
Yo, hello everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to the 2025 Red Race Tournament. I'm one of the organizers, Huang Bro, and I'm joined here by Square.
Hey, I'm another one of the organizers, Square. It is good to be here. Looking forward to these draws today.
Yeah, so did you want to go over the format this year? It's a little different. We're being a little
Yes.
experimental.
In fact, maybe I'll just drop into the chat the link to the Google Doc. So if anyone wanted to open this and follow along, these are the tournament rules this year. We'll only make a change if there's some like really big oversight. If anyone wants to point one out, we'll go ahead and make a change, but otherwise it's pretty locked in. Welcome to the Red Any% Glitchless No Instant Text Tournament for 2025 here. We do want to make sure everyone who's joined the tournament, or anyone who wants to follow along even, or get into Red Racing and learn it as you go, make sure you go into Red Racetime GG and make an account if you don't have one, or like check that you can actually log into your account and then that's all working prior to tomorrow, so do that today. Go ahead and read and follow the GitHub setup procedure that Huangbro has beautifully laid out for us. Pretty easy to follow. You can ask questions if you're not sure anything about it, and it's probably going to just go just fine. When we're scheduling races, please use whentomeet.com. It's going to make your life and our lives a lot easier to actually be able to coordinate our schedules. For the gameplay itself, make sure you're following the SRC leaderboard rules. You want to look at the gameplay rules and the category rules for any% glitchless. So red and blue, any% glitchless, with the additional rule that there's no instant text allowed. There are similar rules to previous years. So if I'm being repetitive for some of you, I'm sorry, but for some of you that are new and might not know this, if you accidentally get instant text, that's okay. If you go ahead and keep it, that's not okay. And we're going to slap a 3-minute penalty on to the final time that you get if you just keep it and go. So that's like against the spirit of the rules, right? But if you do get it by accident, I've done it myself. I've gotten it by accident in a race. But make sure you just flash your menu right after, whenever you notice, before the first turn on Bridge Rival, or the first turn on Dig Rocket, or if you somehow potioned after Misty and went and got it, which is a funny thing to do it before you talk to the first trainer with the Pidgeys. or even the first turn on the trainer. The first turn on the trainer is acceptable too, because you're wasting so much time by getting it. So as long as you like go into items or go into Pokemon before you attack the Pidgeotto, the Pidgey, or the Machop, that's fine. Just to get that out of the way. Make sure in live splits you have all the correct split names. We've posted it in like 100 different places what all the right names are, so it's really easy to find. It is in this rules doc, so you can easily pull it up there. We'll use our discretion if someone's like purposely misleading their opponent. Like I know that's hard to tell, but if you're splitting
You're like
like
intentionally
5
not
like
splitting
10
or stuff
seconds
like that.
early, or intentionally not splitting at a key point, like if you don't split your Agatha all of a sudden, I know it could happen accidentally. Like there could be a weird tech issue, and we'll try to be as understanding as we can about that. Just that we're not going to be out to get you, but we're going to use our discretion if there's something that's against fairness that we could have to disqualify someone. Hopefully it never happens. But in the event of a crash, or just make sure you're local recording so we can get your VOD for review. It becomes tricky when there's a crash and stuff, but if you get us the VOD, we're gonna do our best to find the most fair outcome for what that race result should be. If it does happen within the first 20 minutes, rematch is allowed if all racers that are participating agree to it. And that's no pressure to someone to agree to it, right? If you had an amazing start and someone had a terrible start and they crashed, it's up to you. If you want to keep going, no one's gonna act in bad faith towards you because of that decision. But if you feel that you want to have a fair match and you want to restart, that's a nice thing to do too. So, as for the format, I think Hongbro, is there anything you wanted to add on that? It'll also give me a chance to take a sip here of water.
No, I think laid it out pretty clearly. It's pretty similar in every aspect to previous years in terms of don't get instant text and local recording, things like that. The stream setup is a little bit different, but if you're doing the tech checks, we will walk you through that, and hopefully it'll be smoother and an improvement from last year. So I'm looking forward to getting the races started.
And then I guess I'll flip over to the page about the tournament format. So I'm on page 2 for anyone who is following along. I think it's pretty simple. You just earn points based on your performance in each of 3 rounds in what we're calling an Ascension Swiss model, which I made in partnership with Slayer. We kind of both went after what we had used last year to see what we can tweak to make the final point total results be as accurate of a depiction of your actual race performance as possible. Maybe the one could be a caveat or could be a bonus, depending how you look at it, but we're doing absolutely random draws for round 1. So today is going to be completely random matchups. There's no pre-seeding from any preseason or any rankings of PB. Just all 45 people are in this. We're going to draw 3 names. You're in a race together. You 3 are in a race together, and that's how it's going to work. Once we do have the results here, if you come in first, you are going to move into the Ascension pool for round 2. If you come in second or third, you're going to remain in this big pool that we're calling the normal pool for the second round. You'll only play people in the normal pool. Ascension pool players will only play people in the Ascension pool for round 2. The same type of results will ensue, right? If you lose in the Ascension pool, you get dropped down. If you win in the normal pool, you move up. If you win in the Ascension pool, however, you get a bye to the playoffs. There will be a 27-person sudden death, single elimination, whatever you want to call it, playoffs. So that's 27 people going down to 9, going down to 3, which is how you can think of this as a 6-round tournament, but it's really like 3 rounds that are huge, a 4th round that's a bit smaller, a 5th round that's very small, just 9 people, and the grand finals. If you have any questions about it, feel free to like drop it into the tournament discussion, and we can pretty easily field it. I think the rules are very well defined on this document, so if you read through it and come up with a question, someone should be able to answer it for you. At the end of the 3 rounds, people will have earned buys in round 2. People will have earned buys in round 3. those people are automatically ranked the highest. Any ties in seeding for the 27-player playoffs is going to be solved based on tournament best time, your best time you achieved in this tournament, which is maybe not the perfect thing to use, but it's just real easy. It's going to let us seed everybody. The exception to this rule is if you're not going to use tournament time to decide who makes the playoffs. If a bunch of people are tied, 10 people have tied point total, and there's only 5 points left, 5 spots left, then we're going to have a big race to determine who gets the remaining spots. It could very well be that there's 4 people tied for 2 spots, and we'll have a 4-person race. Best first and second move on, third and fourth do not. So that's how we will work that. Well, additionally, in interest of giving everyone a fair chance at achieving the very best time in the tournament, those who earn a bye in round 2, which right now is going to be how many people? Because we have 45. Yeah, it'll be 5. It should be up to 5 people. It's optional participation in round 3. 5 people will have a bye early, and they're going to have an exhibition match against each other. There's no risk of them not moving on, but it's just a fun thing to do. Give them a fair chance at the best tournament time, and the winner of that race will earn a small percentage of the prize pool as well. I think I covered the format pretty well. I think pretty pretty exhaustively.
Yeah.
But I'll touch upon the prize pool that I was mentioning there. You can see towards the end of this, first place is going to get 45%. That's first place in the grand finals. Second and third will also get a chunk. Second gets 25%, third 10%. The best tourney time is going to get 10%, and getting first in that third round exhibition match of those that earned their bye early will also get 10%. And that's about it for the tournament rules. I was going to quickly touch upon the commentary guidelines. Oh, the prize pool. We're going to probably use Matcherino for that, but it hasn't quite been set up. But we hope to have that link up and running soon, so that anyone who wants to donate to our prize pool can. It is not required for entry. You do not need to donate to the prize pool, but if you want to, or you're a viewer and you want to, you can. So make that perfectly clear. Quick rundown of the commentary guidelines. Please do read them, because we did put some thought and discussion into this. I'm going to read it pretty much word for word here, but we do want to thank anyone who's going to volunteer to commentate. It's a lot of fun to do so. But please do review the guidelines, which are intended to help the commentary stay focused, informative, and enjoyable for everyone involved. Like, keep it just focused on the runner's gameplay and their decisions, personal anecdotes, side commentary. Try to keep that to a minimum unless it really adds something to the experience of the viewers. Try to use it sparingly, Remember, our priority is to showcase the runners and their gameplay, and we want to be supportive and respectful while we do that. It takes a lot of courage to perform live, and it is okay to point out if there is a big skill gap, but don't make that the focus of the commentary. Instead, just adjust your expectations to the runners who's playing, and do your best to commentate that. If you are using a mic, try not to go grabbing it and moving it. Mine is off screen right over here, but I'm not going to go grabbing it and moving it, and I don't want to go too close to it and have my breathing be heard. If I was using this mic, which I'm not, I would try not to have it too close to my mouth, just so that our viewers are getting a good experience and not getting any weird feedback. You should also avoid counting down the start of the race, since there could be a slight delay between when the runners really start and when the broadcast counts down. Lastly, just keep it family friendly. Steer clear of any controversial topics. Be respectful to everybody. It's really going to help us and our audience have a good time when we keep things focused on the game and this great community we have here. I think that should be everything, unless you have anything to add on top of that. But thank you for listening to me, everybody.
Just answering some questions in chat. Yeah, we will have a restream set up for other restreamers. Last year we had a couple of French restreams, and I think Diego ran a Spanish restream. That's still in progress, but we'll get that figured out pretty soon. This year we do have 45 entrants, so it is, as of right now, divisible by 3. So we're not going to have any 2-people races. And yeah, I think we're ready for.
We would have
draw.
we would have 1 2-person race in round 3 in the normal pool as the currently stands, and the person who comes in second, our current thinking, the current way the rules are written, that would count as coming in third. So you would need to win that race pretty much.
Yeah, so I think we're ready for starting the actual group draw. So this is the only round where we're going to have everybody's name in one big wheel. Like you mentioned earlier, this first round is completely random, so there's no seating, there's no protection for any top runners or anything like that. It's just free for all. So you could get some crazy stacked races, maybe not, and we'll see what happens.
I realize we don't have our names underneath us, so I am in fact Square. I'm not Matt's brother, even though we're both from. Oh no, that doesn't really show up.
All right, so this, I don't know if it's been mentioned already, but this is our current website for this year's tournament. I will be inputting the groups on this site as we draw them, and then after the tournament, or after the stream today, I'll be creating Discord groups, Discord channels for all the racers to schedule their races and coordinate that way. But all the info for the tournament should be on this website, including submitting your races to schedule, signing for commentary, doing your pick'ems, things like that. So make sure you guys can access that site and log in with your Discord application.
Good question by Tepik. Pick'ems allowed until the start of the first race. Is that right?
Yeah, I think
Of that
until
round,
start of the first
of a
race.
given round. Makes sense.
Yeah. I think we're ready to start spinning the wheel.
All right.
All right,
Let's
first
get
spin.
it started.
Starting off with one of our own.
Why is it rigged?
All right, so we'll see
Completely rigged.
what the script says for who you'll be racing against.
Wasn't it Matt first last year, and Matt was doing the draw?
It will be
Oh, we've had this matchup in a tournament
Cringe.
before. Oh, I thought it was crafted. Never mind. Okay.
So we have Square, Cringe, and oh my god, it's Poker Guy.
I was just saying that I would be drawn against Poker
Yeah.
Guy. I've raced them in tournaments many times.
So that is our.
It's a good matchup. I mean, and it could be anybody's because Cringe is a tough opponent, going to be a tough opponent as well.
Yeah, he has a
Do
147.
not underplay it.
I
would say 147. I'm pretty sure.
It's a pretty strong PB.
Even better execution than that. So.
All right, next group.
I think that would be El Rey de la Cringe. Yeah, what Lion just wrote.
Probably what would have been one of the stronger choices this year. The current Gen 1 king right now.
Current
Dennis.
world record holder. Sind, aka Dennis.
Semi-finalist from last year. I'm not going to be able to pronounce his name, but I think this is
not an individual I'm too familiar with. But...
a newer rudder who signed up. Unfortunately, a tough draw with drawing Dennis. New French rudder.
Would that Tarragon, would that be more Givra, or is the I more of an E sound, like Givra? And Cinda. Yep. Oh, who's been in so many more tournaments than me, I've read, actually. Long time runner.
Yep. Also notable, our French restreamer from last year, but yeah, been involved in a ton of tournaments over the years, so definitely experienced. This is a tough matchup to get paired against Dennis, but there aren't that many easy matchups for anybody. Everyone's pretty scary this year, so
yeah.
But every tournament, including the French one in 2018 for Cinda, so that's quite the resume.
Yep. We got Diego, D-Rams here. I think I gotta give sub to them. Let me see if I can drop an emote in the chat. Noted. In Tortoise City.
Mhm.
They have mostly ran Red Classic, but have also ran Red Glitchless. And are relatively new. I think just this year, maybe around like February or March, they started running.
I think they were in last year's tournament too, but they were
Maybe longer than I thought then.
new from there.
Oh, you're right. They were in last year's tournament. And Sadosh. Have we seen him in chat yet?
Not sure, but yeah, again, another long time racer. Taking a little bit of a backseat in terms of organizing, but we expect him to be pretty strong in the race. So yeah, good group.
Oh yes, Tortoise City. You're right, Slayer, because they have a YouTube channel where they like break down different video games, really cool and stuff. So Tortoise City, check it out. But unfortunately, their mic was so low when they did their first commentary. But they have such a great voice, and it would have been so good if you just listen real close. It's a good VOD.
That was tough. All right, next group. Oh, barely keeping it icy. I think Icy was the only racer from last year who was, at least last year we had a pot 1, pot 2, pot 3 system. He was seeded into pot 3 and then he ended up making it into the semis or top 9. I think definitely
I think they did, or at the very least, they were in the play-in race,
yeah,
perhaps. Yeah.
very strong for how new he is at red. So glad to see him return.
Priar. That's a formidable opponent. Could be a somewhat easy a somewhat even matchup there, but
Yeah, definitely
very
a
good,
long
strong
time,
French runner.
big resume in terms of joining red tournaments. So glad to see him return.
And a relatively new runner. The pronunciation probably is Cornfalke, is that right?
Another French runner, maybe.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm
Well, they could be a
assuming.
longer time runner than I'm aware of, so I apologize if I'm off on that.
Yeah, that's our next group. Doesn't
Oh
sound.
no, yes, no, they were speedrunning Red Classic and they have just picked up Glitchless and are working their way through the guide. I mixed them up with somebody else in my head just now, but yeah.
Got. I don't know if they've joined previous tournaments, but the name sounds familiar.
Yeah, definitely. I think they were pretty instrumental in organizing the French like Pokemon all different gens, all different games, all different categories tournament that
Yeah.
had kicked off this year. So they definitely know Pokemon speedrunning inside and out.
Then we get Amoeba, the newest SAF world record holder. Longtime podcast host of PSR TV. Entered a lot of red tournaments in the past. I think it has a 149.59.9. It's like some crazy set 50, 150 PB.
That's probably not representative of their actual skill level, which
Definitely not.
is more than that once they do rest.
And Alwo, another
Ah.
French runner. I don't know how much experience they've done Gen 1, but I know they've done a lot of Gen 3, Gen 4.
I remember them speedrunning Pokemon Red and Blue when I like first joined this community. So I know they must have at least done some of it a long time ago and always going back to it every now and then and improving a little. So strong
Good group.
opponent as well. I had everyone's PBs written down someplace in a Google sheet and I never opened it. I don't even know where it is. Supposed to have that open. Oh, King Boot.
Definitely
Top of the red leaderboard.
Yep. Very strong racer. Got finalist from last year, 144. Very, very strong.
Instrumental in communicating Groger's IGT tracking information to the general public. Against good at being
Yeah,
simple.
good at being simple. One of the
One.
maybe has the most races completed in the past few years. I think him or Matt are up there. They're very, very active in the race scene right now and very, very strong.
Mhm.
So already a tough, tough draw.
I couldn't believe how many races they've done when I looked at their profile the other day when I was talking with them. Against Tic Tac, who has been coming back to red after joining the tournament last year, has held world records in other video games. So he'll
Yeah,
do his best to keep up with these two tough opponents.
a little bit of a tough draw for him.
I'm in danger, lol.
All right, we got Kaiwan,
Okay.
relatively new runner in the past 1 or 2 years, but definitely very, very strong. Put up a very good performance last year and a lot of good performance this year in different races. So
Oh yeah, I remember when they joined, they would just ask all the right questions and then boom, got like PBs so quickly.
I don't know if I'm
Don't
familiar.
know if I know them, Bahamut, but I think they're likely a French runner. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a safe assumption for me. I don't know a
Mhm,
lot of these names. Pretty safe to assume French runner. They're
mhm.
very active the past few years.
Yeah. Oh, I actually do have I was able to pull up where I listed out everyone's PBs, but it was like 2 weeks ago. So I have that pulled up now.
And Yaxo,
So
another French runner, competed at
mhm.
least in last year's tournament. I don't know if previous years, but very active in a lot of different gens. So it's a pretty good group, I think.
Oh yeah. Ekman.
Strong runner, competed in multiple tournaments and very active in other games as well. Like very good at I think Gen 6 in particular, Gen 5.
Yeah, they also have a 147 in red. Oh,
Against
like our most improved runner from last
yeah,
tournament who joined in brand new and lowered their time by such a great percentage,
yeah.
PBing in the actual tournament. It was really neat to see them play and looking forward to it again.
Glad to see them return this year.
It'd be like me joining a Super Metroid tournament and then being like, and then crafted as the third runner there. Very strong opponent to be matched up against.
I think the 2020 race tournament winner. So
Hmm.
one of the few people
And
this
well
year
deserved.
competing for a potential uh, repeat tournament victory.
Mhm.
Strong group.
Yeah. Anytime they touch a category, they always find a small optimization, I find, like Crafted does. Le Retroscope. That's a pretty neat username.
Would have to assume that they are a French runner.
Yeah, I couldn't find a posted time of theirs, but perhaps they've done some races.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Chippy Tooth. Chippy Toothy, is it?
Yep, I think new from last year. I think he and Icy were standouts for being relative newcomers, but putting up strong improvements in performances. So
Yeah.
glad to see a repeat join this year.
And Primal Pizza.
I think Primal was a finalist in 2023. So definitely a strong racer. Always puts up 2022. Puts up a lot of strong
Mhm.
performances. So should be a good
Yeah,
group.
going by the metric of just best time achieved, they would certainly be top 9 in the power rankings here.
EP4.
We have Terra.
I believe another French runner. Joined at least last year, maybe previous years as well, but glad to see familiar face. I'm not going to be able to pronounce this. Kayoshe?
Kayoshe?
We might
Say
get
Kayoshe.
Yeah, we might get another full French race here coming up.
Okay, yeah. That's like 2 runners right off there who are probably seeking that sub 150 in the red glitchless category.
Perfect. ATN.
And ATN, who after seeking that sub 150 achieved it by a good margin.
What is it? He says RNG is his god. I think that's what he always says.
Yes.
Yeah, long time tournament. He's been in so many of the race tournaments, so glad to see him return. Yeah, should be a fun race.
ATN, the racer who sometimes we'll call black belt Gandalf. I believe, I could be wrong, but I think so. And I sometimes call them Gandalf now.
Definitely a fun content race there. Got Mockwing, barely squeaking by. Definitely more active in Gen 3
runner.
But yeah, has made a ton of improvements over the years in Gen 1. So glad to see him come back. Oh no. The big boss himself, the only person with 2 tournament wins under his belt, hoping for a 3rd this year, Matt. Inventor of the flex route and many random strats, having invented instant text.
It is not true. In the commentary rules, spreading misinformation is going to have to be added. El Revolver.
And El Revolver. Tough group.
Had enough time revolving around that wheel and is now in a race.
Very strong.
Bad jokes are alive.
Very strong German runner. I think that's a very solid times in both Glitchless and Classic. So very strong group. Sure.
Oh yeah. It's neat when there's races where, of course, like that is pretty dominant, but it could be anybody's there. So that's pretty cool.
Slayer, one of our
Slayer. See, when you
organizers.
say all this stuff in the chat, then you come up. Then
person who's behind this year's site, inherited from Liam. So thank you, Slayer.
yes.
If the site breaks, you can blame him.
And if it works, you can still blame him.
And then we get
versus SL Weed.
SL Weed. Another veteran of the race scene, has a 147, 146, 147
yeah,
maybe.
A 147, but it's very close to Slayer's 146.
Has beaten the Raya.
Too much on the leaderboard. Has beaten. We just should put Araya in this race and just forget the wheel. No. And Lionheart.
Well, Lionheart, probably the GOAT commentator of last year, commentated, I think, 13 races last year, a lot of them by himself, covering a lot of the shift. So, but very strong runner in his own right. Been branching out into Gen 2 over the past year, but definitely not to be underestimated in Gen 1. I think we have 3 groups left. Zolta. I think another French runner, I think.
Yes. Yeah. They actually do I believe they do the alternate around path with a pallet and routed extended for it, which is pretty neat.
Buddy. Bill Bonsai, we could get another full French race if we get. I don't know if any other runners left our French.
Bill Bonsai is another one I remember streaming Red like when I first started playing this game, so they're a long time runner.
And Leo Star.
Yeah. He was just racing Zolta yesterday.
Be a good group.
Yeah, Leo's been in like at least 4 tournaments, I want to say.
Yeah, at least since like 20,
close.
20, maybe 2019 he might have joined. So
Yeah, Leo's a close friend of mine. Good guy. We
I think
have
our last French runner in this draw.
mhm. Yeah, I've seen her playing red for sure.
Liam, long time organizer and one of the OGs in the Friends with Red races. He's one of the friends there. Very, very strong veteran of the scene. And we get Barp, another one of the OGs.
Oh yeah.
Should be a fun race. And this last group is decided, but we will be, of course, spinning the wheel.
Spin.
Paula Harmon, I believe, entered last year. Matt was very excited to see a Polish runner in the scene.
Oh yeah. Honor their ancestry.
Tepik, very strong
Epic.
German runner. And last but not least, Becky SR, who I believe did join last year. They've been more active in Gen 3, but yeah, glad to see them back.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's not cropped properly, but all the groups can be found here in this URL. We will be sorting you guys into Discord channels after the stream is over, and pick'ems are open, so you can pick who you think will make the top 27, top 9, overall winner, best tournament time, and best tournament time down to the second. So all that is open, and you guys are free to do that. Even if you guys are not in the tournament, you guys are still free to do the pick'ems. So yeah, I think anything else you think we need to cover? That should be mostly it.
Oh, that's mostly it. Do your best to fill out the when to meet form as soon as possible with your group. We don't need to babysit y'all. You can we're all adults. We could figure out when works best to schedule our race. Try to not, if you really want your race to be restreamed, try not to overlap so closely with other races. Try to give a 2.5 hour buffer. If you see another race posted, try to do 2.5 before or after if you can. If you can't, just do it the best time that works for you. That's about it.
Yep.
That's all I got.
So once again, the time frame for this round can start as soon as tomorrow and will go until Wednesday, September 24th. That's next week's Wednesday. So try to get your races scheduled as soon as possible, and then that way the restream team can try to figure out which races that we're going to be able to restream, and hopefully we'll cover as many as we can. Yeah, I think that should be it for us. Thank you guys for watching, and good luck in this year's tournament.
Good luck, everybody.
And we're out.